Welcome back to the kitchen counter. For those of you that have watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that I have quite a big fascination for mica pigment powders and how they move in resin. But I'm always telling people that I talk to that you should explore different mediums and just see whether or not they fit your style, or at the very least that you understand what they do within your mediums. So today I'm going to be using metallic paints rather than mica, and seeing if I can achieve a result that I like or that comes close to what I'm looking for in mica pigments. So today I'm going to use a metallic gold, a copper, my regular flat black, burnt sienna, and the turquoise. I'll try and do it the same way as I do mica, have a simple design with just a few colours, and we'll see what a hairdryer does to metallic paints. I've not done this before, so you'll be learning along with me. Let's start mixing. Okay, so I've mixed my resin, making sure I've got all the resin mixed and there's no stringy bits, and let's fix some colours. Now again, this is about 150 mils worth of resin. It's a 2-part epoxy, so it's 2 part A to 1 part B. So we'll make some for the black. Now I have added a pearl white metallic paint just in case I need it. Now I'm going to go with the less is more view that I have with micas. I still want this to be similar to my mystics in that lots of negative space. Now I'll probably, oh no, we'll just go with what you planned. We'll do the black first. So my regular dollop, again no specific measure, just the one that gives you the right black that you're looking for. There is a rule of thumb that you don't have more than 10% paint to your resin because it won't cure properly. I don't get close to that amount, so I don't have any problems, and mix it in properly so that there's no lumps in there. Clean your stick and make sure you have the colour that you're after. Now let's see what happens to the gold. Now I only want a little bit of this, so I'll try not to put too much in. Might be a little bit thin in terms of colour, but as we're experimenting we'll see what the result is and adapt accordingly. The copper. Again, a very pretty colour. The burnt sienna. looks a little bit bitty in the resin, so I'm not quite sure how that will turn out. My turquoise. And I will do the metallic pearl just to see what that does. They don't seem to have the depth that mica does. Now, let's take you over the pour. Now, I've still got some clear left for if I need it. Now, I've levelled my canvas, and this has been taped off with blue painter's tape. I've gessoed this a couple of times, and so we have a primed canvas. Alright, so let's start. My black frame. Now this has deep sides, so I'm going to make sure that I've got coverage over the sides. I might even need a bit more black than that. I don't normally deal with canvases this deep. It might get a bit messy. Quick torture those bubbles. Just get rid of that. Now you can actually feel when you run your hands around whether or not you've got the outsides covered. So a tiny bit of clear just to blend the edges. I do this so that there's no sharp black bits. I like the softened flow that this gives them. Now, how are we going to pour this? Okay. Oh, I forgot my isopropyl alcohol, which I'll do to each one. So, let's start from the top and go down. Now, I'll do a little dirty pour of this. A couple of drops of alcohol in each one. Making sure that the resin hasn't gone tacky or anything like that. A little bit of clear. Put my gold in. My bronze. which has gone a bit stringy, so I'll know for that for next time. A couple of drops of alcohol in that. And that's my burnt sienna. Let's pour it. Hit it with a hairdryer. I'll turn that down in the video for you. So I'm on the hot setting and a low fan. We'll do the blues. So we'll do a crossover and down. Bit of clear. Couple of drops of isopropyl alcohol. Bit of the gold. And pearl white. Hit that with a hairdryer. We'll do some filling in. Now I'm going to have to mix more resin here because I just know that this isn't going to be enough. There are calculators online. I did use one for this, and obviously doesn't take into account the sides. I like to just soften the edges. Might be close. I think I'm happy with that. Obviously the proper look will be when it dries. Oh. Okay, well, let's torch those bubbles. A couple of tiny little bits of fixing. Don't really want to disturb it too much. Okay, I reckon that's it for that one, and we'll see what it looks like when it's dry. Close-ups while it's wet. I think that copper will actually dry a different colour. We might even get it floating to the top. It did get a bit stringy, so but there, nice balance. In between, I made a rookie mistake that I should have known better, and that was to keep watching things when you're doing or using new materials. I let this one go a little bit before I torched the bubbles, the final set, and left myself some dimples. So while it was still almost tacky, I've just done a very thin clear coat of resin just to even that out. And you can do that. This has been about 8 hours just to even out the top. So we'll show you properly dry tomorrow. Very happy with the finished piece. A much better coverage on the top coat. It's a keeper. I've removed the blue painter's tape so that the edges are clean. It looks really pretty. The copper did not float to the top, and there's some nice movement in the wispy bits. There you go.